Good evening. This evening, we want to discuss on what is herbal mixture or concussion and radiant earth. What influence does concussion or herbal mixture have on human radiant earth? Ordinarily, we are all familiar with the word concussion. Concussion is a common language these days, most especially in our continent, Africa, and even all over the world, because of general short of food in nations. There's what we call food crisis these days in every nations of the world, most especially Africa continent. As a result, people do manage, and hence the word concussion is very common. You can mix rice and beans, cook together, and feed your family with this food. Mostly in my country, Nigeria, we refer to it as concussion. But this time around, the concussion I want to discuss with you this evening is that concussion that people do on herbal mixture. That is, mixing some leaves together to bring out drugs. Drugs we can refer to as traditional medicine in Africa. From ages, there have been traditional medicine in Africa, and our forefathers were using it to cure various diseases. Up till now, 2024, in most countries in Africa, we still use herbal mixture to cure many diseases, many illness, and many sickness. When people are sick, many people do not believe in going to the hospital. So many people in Africa prefer to use herbal mixture. Adults do use them as well as children. Even the newly born child in Africa, there are some concussion or herbal mixture we can use for them to cure malaria, and it works in most cases. But I want to tell you that we've heard of so many cases where herbal mixture or concussion do not work right. We've heard of people that had drunk some concussion to cure some common illness such as cold, such as malaria, such as diarrhea, and so on, and they had problem with the herbal mixture that they use. There are some traditional medicine men in Africa. They are so numerous these days. Even on our social media, you see them advertising of their traditional medicine. I'm not saying that traditional medicine are not good. They are very, very good. But there are some people that do not know much about this. Some people, I can call them quack traditional medicine people. We have them in among our women and among our men in Africa. Even some adults and teenagers, they are into this herbal mixture or what I can call concussion medicine, traditional medicine. Many of them do not learn this through their old people. Some people now do it just because they want to make money. As we know that every person these days cry about money. People now have awareness on what money does to human being. As such, they use various methods just to have money. This is very bad. With this type of idea, many health had been affected. Many people had died prematurely. Many people are rushed to the hospitals all over the world, Africa continent included. There are some countries in Africa that they have not even approved that traditional medicine should be used as orthodox medicine in their country, just because of this idea of using wrong concoction as medicine. Even there are some people that even do this concoction by themselves. They will just go to the farm or forest, collect some leaves and some roots of some trees and put them inside their pot and cook. Some of them are working, most especially if those people that do it really have the correct knowledge of what they are doing. But for people that do not know this and they are not familiar with rules and just go into that business, it could cause damages in people's body. When some people go and buy from these people that have no knowledge, or maybe they cook such concoction by themselves without adequate knowledge, they can cause havoc to their own body, to their children or family body, and they can even give out to friends and relations, and it can cause some problems instead of healing those people that you want to help. So this evening, I'm beseeching everyone in Africa, we should promote whatever we have learned from our forefathers from the past in Africa, but we should make sure that things are more organized. Our traditional medicine people, they are highly intelligent. We should allow our children to go and learn if they are interested. Ourselves could even go to these real traditional medicine people and learn how we can add one leaf with roots and make out some drugs that can cure some diseases. Some traditional medicine men even claim that there are some medicine they have that can cure many diseases, that the answer is not yet known by orthodox doctors. In my country, Nigeria, I'm happy to say that now both the traditional medicine men and the orthodox doctors work together for our good health, and it works. I'm giving kudos to some traditional men that had even come out on social medias, such as television, such as Facebook, such as even on our radios, to prove the knowledge they had on this traditional medicine, and people had used some of them and it was. For instance, I have seen a person that were cured of fibroid through traditional medicine, and it was done without operation, and the woman is now happy, and she is having about 3 children after fibroid. There are so many other diseases, chronics, name them, that these traditional people, medicine people, had cured with their own herbal mixture or concoction. But what I'm saying in this program is that we should please not just go to bush or forest and collect any leaf that we do not know much about it, or we do not understand, and mix with some roots, so that we will not affect our body, or we will not kill somebody we always think we wanted to help. These are my submission this evening, my dear friends. Please always share all we've discussed so far on our page, Africa Health and Counseling Association. Thank you. Good night.